So as in the previous video we have seen the mathematical operations like addition, subtraction. So these are all basic. Now we will move a further step. So in this video we will be calculating the areas of various objects like square, rectangle, triangle and circle, and how we can use this console, sine notes and xcos to calculate these areas. First of all, we will calculate the areas of square, the side square. So first we will define a variable, namely it as let's say s, which inputs so one side, which is 5. So let's suppose that a square of having a side 5 centimeter or 5 mm, whatever you want. So we will create a variable named it as a s5. So we will write area of square, area of square, which is equal to s into s, or you can also write it as a s square, so which is x, then upper and twice. So we will write area of square which is equal to x dot s, which is side square, and then enter. So it will show you the area of square. Similarly, you can do for the area of rectangle, triangle and the circle, or I'll just show it over here. So area of rectangle is length into width of that rectangle. So I'll just create a new variable as a length, which is having a dimension of, let's say, 5, and width of having a dimension of again 5. So area of rectangle, which is equal to L into W. So that will give you the area of rectangle. Then for area of a triangle is half base into height. So I'll just use the length and width as my base and height. So area of triangle, I'll just write it as area of triangle, which is equal to half height into base, which is L into W. That will give me the area of the triangle. And the next circle is area of a circle. So I'll just use my length as my radius for the circle. So area of circle will be this circle equal to pi. Now to use the pi, you can use 3.14, or you can simply get the pi value by writing star percent pi into r square, which is L to the power 2. So it will give you the area of the circle. So whenever you want to use the pi value, just write percent sign and then write pi for using the pi value. So this is how you use console to get the areas. Now we will see that in sine notes how we can do that. So again you can type sine notes to launch the sine note window, or you can just go over here to launch the sine notes, or third option is your just go to applications and select sine notes. So I'll just type it and enter. So it has created the sine note window. So again I'll just create that has been created over here. So for deleting, just type CLC and yes, so it will just create out all the screen and clear all for deleting all the variables that has been stored in the variable browser. So just clear. Now we will see how we can use the sine notes to calculate the areas of the square, rectangle, triangle and circle. You can also calculate the volume where. So I'll just launch the sine notes from here. So launch sine notes, just cancel. So I'll just create a variable named x as my value for the side of the square. So input, as it is to be provided by the user, so I'll just it as an input, enter the side value, then just write area, which is equal to x square, so x to the power 2, and then I want to display that area. So if you want to show that answer in the console, so you have to write display disp for displaying the area that you have calculated. So I'll just save this in Scilab. So just name it as area of square and then save it and then execute it. So it will ask me to enter the value of side and it will show you the answer. So after calculating the area of square, now we will see how to calculate the area of rectangle. So for this, I'll create a new variable as length. So again, launch the Sino. So again, select this. So for this, I'll just use the previous program X, enter the length value. So just select len length value. Then again, create a new variable Y, which is input, enter the side width value. So I'll just write width value, and again then area of rectangle, which is equal to x into y, and then display this area. So just write it as area, then again save this file. So again it will be executed. So enter the length value. So I'll just enter the length value as 5, enter the width value as 5, and it will show you the area of the rectangle. Then next we want to calculate the area of triangle. Area of triangle is half base into height. So we will just write that thing in the, we will again launch the Sino. Area of triangle is half base into height. So we will just enter, use this x and y value. So we just change this to enter the base value, and next is your enter the length value. So area of triangle is half base into height, which is 0.5, into base value, that is x, into height, which is your y, and then just display this area. So write it as area. So it will just, so enter the value for the base value. I'll just enter it as a 5 and length value as 5. So it will display the area of triangle. Now we want to calculate the area of a circle. So again we will go to this Sino. So for area of circle it is pi r. So we will be just requiring one value. So I'll just delete this value, y value, and the area is pi r square. So I'll just write percent pi into r square, that is x to the power 2. So that is your pi r square area of a circle, and again save and execute it. So I'll just change it to another, as it is not a base value, it's a radius value. So enter the radius value and then just save and execute it. So I'll just enter the value as 5. It will show me this radius value. So there is some executing error, so we may need to change this to x into x. So x percent delete into x. So we will just again save it and execute it. So enter the radius value as 5, and it will just give us the area of circle xcos window. So I'll just close this and again show you how to launch this xcos again. So I'll just clear my screen and then clear the variable. To launch the xcos, you just go to this xcos icon, or you just go to this application and just select the second option, or you can just type so xcos and then select. So it will launch the xcos window. Just divide the window into two. So first we want to calculate the area of square, which is side square. So again we will create one constant block. So just to go to this source and select this const and just drag it into the right hand side. Then go to this mathematical operation, as we want the area to be square value. So just select this, go to mathematical operation and select this power block and then drag it onto the right hand side, and then go to this sync and select this of each m to display the area of square. Now, so I'll just double click on this and it will type the text. So I'll just enter this as side and just press it on the screen. So this will be side and this answer will be my area of square. So just double click on the screen, it will show you the text. Then again double click on this text to edit it as area of square. Single click to exit from it. So I'll just connect these two blocks. Then it is as we want area to be squared value. So I'll just change the value of this power to twice and just add a clock to it. So just go to event handling and add a clock to it. Just connect it. So I'll just rearrange the position to get this in perfect orientation. Then select Control All and select O. So we will just run. So I want to enter the side of the value as 5 and just enter. So again execute this simulation and it will show you the area of square. Now we want to calculate the area of rectangle. So I'll just select all and move this upward. Then next is your area of rectangle. So again go to source. So for rectangle I will be requiring two constant. So just create two separate constant. Then multiplication. So for that I will go to mathematical operation and select this product and then just paste it out over here. Then I'll be using the same two operations. You press the control key and create a extra copy of it. So I just rearrange it downward. So I'll just rename this as my length. And this as my width. So again create this as the area of rectangle. And then click on the screen to exit from it. So just click on this product as we want to do the multiplication. So just remove this negative sign for doing multiplication. Just connect this to input. So select the length and width and just take the output of this to this area of rectangle and select this. So we will just enter the length value as 5, click OK, and then the width value as 5. So again run the simulation to calculate the area of rectangle. So it has shown this area of rectangle. Now we will calculate the area of triangle, which is half base into height. So for that also we will be requiring two separate blocks. So I'll just select this product block and paste it out over here, and then just use this input. So just select the two block, press Ctrl, and then just drag it downward to create a separate copy of this. Then just write it as a base and the height. Then as it's a half, so I'll just expand the screen so it will be easier for you to understand. So I'll just move it on the right hand side and then select this one and again move this to this. So as we require 3, that's half base into height, so I'll just create a separate copy of this. Then this is product. So as we want, so again select this and press Ctrl key and create a copy of it. Then as we have a 3 input, but here we can only able to input 2 values. To extend 3 inputs, just double click on it. So first of all I will just remove the negative value and just add another 1 to it for increasing the input. So as we have added 1 to it, it will just add one another input to it. So we'll just write it as a half, which is 0.5 into base into height. So I'll just connect this block to input. Then to check the answer, we'll just fetch it and then just connect the block. So we'll just again run the simulation to get the answer. So this is your, so just double click on it and write it as area of triangle